All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Christy Walsh, and I'm here with my wonderful host, Crystal. So, thank you for coming out to watch the Zoom or watching the replay, and we'll get right into it. Crystal?
Hi, my name's Crystal, and I had seen a post. I've been scrolling Facebook. I kind of do that probably more than I should. And I had seen a post from a friend of mine, Susan, and it talked about these drops and kind of what testimonies and what they're doing for other people. And I found myself before that for quite a while, just tired, not losing the weight. I've just been trying to eat healthy, exercising probably 5 to 6 days a week, and yet nothing was working. So I was kind of, watching what Susan was doing, asking some questions, and I decided to, you know, look further into this. So then I know Susan had brought in Carmen on to talk to me on the phone and just tell me a little bit more about the business and what her testimony was and Susan's. And I thought, okay, this is great. I'm going to try this. I'm looking for something that I can have more flexibility. My husband does ministry work that I'd like to, do it with him sometimes and not be forced to kind of miss out on trips or things because I have a full-time job too. So that's kind of my why. So I ended up going on the drops in November. And I think within the first couple weeks or so, I had thinking, you know what? Like, I have more energy. I'm not sitting in the afternoon wanting to fall asleep. So I'm thinking, like, okay, that's cool. Like, is this the drops? Is kind of like, what's going on? So then my headaches started disappearing and I live with daily headaches. And all of a sudden it's like, I don't have headaches. I'm like, okay, this is amazing. Hot flashes were lessened like a lot. Same thing with night sweats. I was up probably 4 or 5 times a night with night sweats. Now maybe, I might get one during the night. And I mean, that's a huge, huge win. I'm like, oh my goodness. And same thing with like clear thinking. So that's kind of where I am in my journey right now. I've been able to lose 15 pounds so far from kind of where I was in that before picture, but I guess you know what, everybody's got to start somewhere. So, but I am really excited with what this company has and the people that are a part of it, and just like they say, link arms and we're better together.
Thank you so much, Crystal. Carmen and I are just going to go through a little bit about who Partner Co. is. And before I get started with that, I want to tell you a little bit about my results. So I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism at a really young age, about 11 years old. So my whole life I've had ADHD, insomnia, widespread pain, you name it, I had it. And as I got older and had kids, I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis and degenerative disc disease. And then during COVID, I just packed on the weight. I felt terrible. There was some nights when I'd get home from work and I couldn't even walk up and down my stairs. And so in the fall of 2023, I was working with my doctor and their in-house dietitian. We were tracking all the foods that I was eating, and each week I'd jump on the scale with them and show them what I ate. But every week the scale had increased, which was totally deflating, totally depressing. And it seemed like nothing I could do worked. And so they offered me the shot, and I didn't want to do that. Yes, I could probably lose some weight, but I was already really sick, and I'm a single mom of two. They rely on me for everything, and I couldn't afford to get any sicker just to lose some weight. And so I thought, well, this is life. And it was quite depressing. I was on antidepressants and anti-anxiety, sleeping pills, and I did not enjoy life. Every day I just kind of felt like I was dying instead of living. And then, just like Crystal, at the end of February 2024, I'm scrolling on Facebook, and my good friend Joni was posting some before and afters. And so I reached out and I quickly bought a box as a customer. But then I watched her continue to post for a couple days, and I knew she had her hands on a business system. So I reached back out and I enrolled as a brand partner, and she sent me the board with all of our testimonials on it. And after looking at it, I got a little bit, scared, I guess, of what my friends and family would think of me about firing up all these posts on Facebook. And so it took me a few days to get out of my own ego, to get out of my own head. If I want something different, I needed something different. And so I scheduled out 2 weeks worth of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. posts from our system of growth, and I just let them run on Facebook. And what happened over the next 12 days totally blew my mind. I sold 30, actually 31 boxes of drops because I even sold the box I was supposed to get started on. And I locked in at our top pay or ultimate for life. It totally blew my mind because as a single mom cleaning houses, it would take a lot to make that kind of money. I pocketed over $2,500. So then I thought I better start on these drops. So once I got started on them, just like Crystal, the night sweats disappeared. Mine were completely gone within about 4 days. By the end of the first month, I was down 18 pounds. But my biggest win, and what really, really got me passionate, was I realized that I wasn't taking any Tylenol or Advil for the pain in my body from my degenerative disc disease. And that was such an unexpected blessing. I just knew everyone needed to know. So I continued to post, and I am down over 40 pounds. I've maintained that for over a year and a half now. I started, I continued to reach out to people, tell my story, and I was able to retire from my job in December of 2024 and do this full time. I have completely found my passion in life. I've become the mom that I've always wanted to be because I'm less frazzled. And my life has completely changed. And I'll bring Carmen up to tell you her story.
Thank you, Christy. And the reason why I am here is because of testimonials like you just heard. It brings tears to my eyes. We get to hear these kinds of stories every day. And so, I wasn't sure I was looking for, well, I was looking for something. I'd been praying for something actually for quite some time, and it came in a different form than I was expecting. And also last year, I just found I turned 54 years old last year. So what was happening is my body was, I had raised three children, single mom, did all that for 20 some years, and I lived a very high paced, high stress life. And I believe living on fight or flight for all those years just finally caught up to me. And last year, I was kind of having, all my kids are on their own now, but I turned 54. My hormones were out of whack, my thyroid, I had inflammation coming in my body. I didn't understand what was going on. I was actually going into quite fear because my legs were like feeling like they had lead in them. They were so heavy. I had no balance, and I was having the brain fog and all that kind of stuff. And yes, I've dealt with night sweats forever. So all of these things were affecting me. I didn't really know, and I'd always taken really, really good quality products, but nothing was working. So I was really frustrated. And I was scrolling on Facebook, came across a post, and I had seen a few people I knew in this industry posting some before and after photos, but nothing really grabbed me until I saw Christy Walsh, who you just heard from, and the post that she and that we the picture that you just saw. I saw that actually on Facebook, and when I saw that, I reached out to Christy because obviously, just from looking at the photos, I could see that she was just like she had something I needed. And so we got on a call and she shared her story with me, and it brought me to tears because I'm so happy for her. And then when I also learned that she was making $10,000 a month, I thought, wow, if Christy can do this, then so can I, and so can all of you, because I know Christy, and she was in one of my businesses, many many years ago, and not for the lack of trying, but she never made any money. And so, what I recognize very quickly here is, if when I say she can do it, we all can, is because there is a very special system of growth here that we can duplicate and help everybody do exactly what we are doing. So that part's been proven. And so, with that being said, I started on the draw. I got started last January. And so it's been 1 year. And through that system of growth, I started with about me and a couple of my friends. And now I've got well over 900 people in my organization using these products, and that's how fast it grows. And I didn't know I had brain fog until it was gone, and all of these things started happening. I lost about 25 pounds, mostly a lot of inches, because I was just mostly swollen. People thought I was getting my face full of Botox when I really wasn't, because I was just swollen. And now I'm feeling 100% better, and also creating an income that I can set myself and my family free. And so I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm grateful to be here with Crystal. Crystal came into our business in November, and she is blowing this up. For any of you watching this that's thinking or even considering, yeah, I would be jumping all over this with Crystal. Back to you, Christy.
Exactly. I mean, she partnered with us only like what, a month and a half, 2 months ago, and she's already like having drop talks and sharing her story. So you can see how quickly this partnership marketing works. Now, the company that we're all partnered with is partner.co. I wouldn't go to partner.com. You're not going to find our awesome products and the drops that we're talking about there. You might find a partner, but you won't be able to make any money in our comp plan. Speaking of our compensation plan, we are voted #1 in the industry. Nobody can duplicate what we are doing because we have a patent on it, and we are #1 in momentum. And that is because our founders, John Wadsworth and Darren Zobrist, partnered up together. It'll be 3 years on February 11th. And so what happened was John Wadsworth was a brand partner with Tahitian Noni. And during COVID and everything, a lot of companies kind of went sideways and stuff. And it actually came up for sale 3 years ago. And so he went to his very best friend, fellow bishop in the church and fellow neighbor, Darren Zobrist, who was also a billionaire who made his billions on Wall Street, and said, "Can you take a look at this? I do not want to lose Tahitian Noni. It's been, his main source of income, as well as thousands of his brand partners." And so we call it the 5-day miracle. And they partnered up with Tahitian Noni, which has been around for over 25 years. They partnered up with the company that had the drops, which has been around for 15 years. They partnered with Limu Seaweed 17 years. So we have the best of the best in the industry because we have the track record of products that have been around for decades, yet we have the excitement and the momentum of a brand new company. Our mission statement is to power health and prosperity around the world. It's building partnerships, inspiring wellness, creating wealth, finding adventure, and uplifting community. Now, when we're talking around the world, we mean absolutely around the world. We are in over 50 plus countries around the world. And you might think, well, I don't know anybody in these countries. But with the power of social media and living in Canada and the US, we're a huge melting pot of all of these different countries, right? And very, very quickly, through using our system of growth, like Carmen said, and the posting, people from other countries start to reach out. We have over 100 different products globally to balance your hormones for weight loss, improve your energy, athletic performance. We're launching a clean skincare very, very soon. We have really yummy energy drinks that are good for you. We have collagen that we just launched this past fall. Products to improve your sleep and your gut health. We have something for everybody. I think our youngest customers is like mine is my niece who's 3, and then my oldest brand partner is 87 years old. So anyone can do this. It is definitely a collaboration of science and nature. Nature offers the best ways to nourish your body, strengthen your cells, and help you live the most vibrant life. It's simple solutions, but we are 100% backed by science. And speaking of the science, our products are tested, guaranteed, and proven. We have over 215 third-party clinical studies that are published, and a handful of our supplements are listed in the physician's desk reference. And so doctors can actually flip through this and recommend our nutritional supplements to their patients. It is very difficult to get nutritional supplements listed in that. So, I mean, this is the best of the best. We also have many third-party validations and certifications. Now, the experts. These are scientists with incredible degrees. We have Dr. Joshua Plant. We just brought him on last April. He not only looks good, he has the most incredible brain to formulate really incredible products that we're launching this year. Barbara Cox Lovesey, she's a naturopath and a world-renowned author. I would definitely recommend looking her up. And then Dr. Ray Strand, he has wrote books all his entire life, like What Your Doctor Isn't Telling You Might Kill You, Death by Prescription. And then we have an incredible research and development team headed up by Brett West. So these drops, these are the phenomenal day and night drops. They are created to balance those hormones. They really lower that cortisol that Carmen was talking about. You know, we don't even know that our stress hormones are elevated until we actually bring them back down. You heard that brain fog. She didn't even realize it was there until it had disappeared and she could think clearly. It also balances out your insulin and your sugars and breaks through that insulin resistance. It helps curb your appetite. It helps get rid of those sugar cravings. It boosts your mood, increases your energy, really supports that thyroid, and fires up your metabolism. We are not just going to sell you a box of drops and send you on your way. We actually give you support. And that's what makes this different than going to a supplement store and just grabbing whatever you saw on TV off the shelf, taking it home and giving it a whirl. We give you an approved food list. Now, this is not a diet. In fact, you have to eat 1,250 calories minimum, and you can eat as much as you want off this list. This list is just a low glycemic food list. So you're just cutting out the sugars, which gets easier and easier the longer you're on the drops. Because remember, your sugar cravings go away. Then we also have a lot of support online. We have Circle of Health with probably 60,000 people in that, where if you have a question, like maybe you've plateaued on your weight loss, we have Plateau Busters. Maybe you need a cookbook. We've got that. Maybe you're detoxing for a couple days. Don't ever stop the drops. You push through that detox, maybe throw in an extra dose during the day, increase that water, and you've got thousands of brand partners to help you be successful. And that's what makes us so different. Now, we have heard my testimony, Crystal's and Carmen's. We have so many other testimonials.
Without having a thyroid, the weight started to pile on. I saw a post and have released 25 pounds.
I saw a post and my life has changed. My energy is through the roof. My mood is super great. Sugar cravings are gone. The pain in my right knee is gone as well. I feel about 10 years younger.
Hey guys, so I saw a post and I got my smile back.
I saw a post. Now I have no more back pain and no more migraines.
I saw a post, you guys. I lost 41 pounds. I'm off my thyroid meds and I am feeling 20 years younger.
Hi, my name's Dawn and I clicked a link and I have no more hot flashes and it's amazing.
I saw a post and I lost 21 pounds since June.
I saw a post and lost 15 pounds and 8 inches.
I saw a post and it changed my life. I got my health back and I'm feeling amazing.
I saw a post. I am now down 40 pounds from a size 18 to a size 8 and feeling great and loving life.
Last year, I saw a post and I am so grateful that I engaged with that post. I lost 25 pounds when I first got started on these drops. I didn't know I had brain fog till it was gone. I could actually make a decision again. We were having a lot of fun over here.
I saw a post and guess what? I got my smile back. On top of that, I'm 35 pounds down and no more night sweats. Inflammation way down and energy through the roof.
I saw a post and I lost 27 pounds. I never felt better.
I saw a post. I took a chance. I have a purpose in my days. I get to help people every day. And I'm getting healthy. I'm loving it.
Hi, I saw a post and it completely changed my health.
I saw this post one day and it was talking about losing weight by taking these drops. So I ordered and to my amazement, a month later, I was down one size and I no longer had inflammation in my feet.
I saw a post And my life has changed dramatically. Not only did I lose weight, but I'm better health now.
Guess what? I saw a post, and now I'm 25 pounds down, and I feel like I'm 35 at 55.
I saw a post, and I am now down 30 pounds and feel like 25 to 30 years younger. It's amazing.
I saw a post and it changed my whole entire life. I'm down 40 pounds, living pain-free, and I retired from my job.
I seen a post in March, and since then I'm down 8 pounds. Sleep better, have more energy, mental clarity, and just feeling good.
I saw a post, and let me tell you, nothing is the same. So much excitement.
I saw a post, and the next thing I knew, I slept through the night, reduced inflammation, and lost that 7-pound spare tire I've been packing since menopause.
I saw a post, and now I'm off Ozempic, my sleeping pills, down 10 pounds, and I feel better every day.
I saw a post one day. I started the body balancing drops with Finale about a year ago. My joints no longer ache. I can breathe again. I can walk up and down stairs no problem. And no meds.
I saw a post. I was desperate for help. Less than 3 months, I'm down 22 pounds. And I haven't taken tramadol for my back in 6 weeks. I sleep through the night. And no hot flashes. I feel 10 years younger.
Hey, I saw a post, and let me tell you, life is completely different than what it was a year ago.
Isn't that amazing? And yes, these drops work really well for men too. They're just a little bit too shy to give us a video here and there. They tend to lose weight 2 times faster than us women because they're a little less hormonally charged. So, you've heard about all these posts, you've heard about the company, but what do we actually do? So we attract and acquire customers using our system of growth of posting at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Then we start building a team. You heard Crystal jumped in right away as a brand partner. So did Carmen. And then what happens is we start duplicating and scaling ourselves because our system is such a duplicatable plug and play that anyone can do this. Carmen is so right. I tried, I don't know, 8, 10 different companies. I mean, I could sell a little bit of product, but I could never build a team. And here now I have like 2,000 people on my team. I didn't know 2,000 people. That's the power of duplicating and scaling. And we do it all by launching a system of growth on an app called Boards. It's a little bit, it costs about $11 a month. It's separate from our partner co, but it is definitely a business write-off. And you can see we fire up our 9 a.m. and our 3 p.m. And then we have text scripts. So if somebody asks, what are these drops? We can quickly and professionally send them information along with the video just at the click of a button on your phone. It's a plug and play and proven system. Now, how do we get paid? We get paid so many different ways every single Friday on the previous week's work of you and your team. My check is always more than I always expect. And what a blessing is that? I don't know any other job where you're like, I got paid $500 more than I expected. Like, this is the power of duplication, scaling, and leveraging your time. We get retail profits, new volume bonus, base commissions, savings bonus, income position bonus, pay line bonus, matching bonus, business rewards, and loyalty shopping. So the retail profits. When you first come into the business, you must get income activated with at least a 4-pack of drops or 200 PV. We totally recommend 10 packs or even 30 packs. You heard that when I came in, I sold 30 boxes within my first 12 days and locked in at Ultimate. So you can actually get locked in at Ultimate day 1 upon enrolling, and then you resell them using our system of growth and talking to your friends, family, coworkers, and neighbors. In Canada, that 4-pack is about $500, and then we resell for $221 to $236. Sell free 3, yours is free, and money in your pocket. I don't know any other business that it can happen so quickly in the money. Now that 30-pack, that's worth $1,500 PV, and PV is point value. And when you resell those, it's about a $2,700 to $3,000 profit on that investment. And once you are locked in at Ultimate, and say you go and enroll your neighbor as a brand partner and you help them get their way to Ultimate. If they come in with that 30 pack or 1500 PV, you make 30% new volume bonus. That's 450 US, about 625 Canadian, just in helping someone launch their business. And you can do that over and over and over. So imagine enrolling one new partner every single week. That's $600 a week just in the new volume bonus. You're also making your retail sales as well. Then you start building a team and start getting base commissions. And this is where our comp plan is voted number one, because normally in the companies that I tried in the past, you could only build 2 legs. The company would keep the pay off your biggest leg, and then you would get maybe 5 to 8% off 1 leg. You can't make much money there. Here at PartnerCo, you can build unlimited legs, wide to unlimited depth, and you get paid on them all. On all of your pay lines, you get 15%, and when they max out at 13,334 point value in 1 week, that's a $2,000 USD commission. That's $2,800 Canadian. So when you look at that, I see 2,800, 2,800, 2,800, 2,800. Now, this isn't a get rich quick deal. You do get out what you put in, and this is going to take you a few years of building, but you have tons of us brand partners to link arms with and tools to help you build. Now, that power line that the other companies would always keep, we get paid on that too. In fact, we get a matching bonus on all of our lines. So say, for instance, I enrolled Carmen. Carmen's on my first generation. Well, I want her to do really, really well because there's no breakaways. So if Carmen goes and makes $1,000 in 1 week, I get 15% of that. And then Carmen goes and enrolls Crystal would be on my second generation. If she went and made $1,000 a week, I would get 10% of that. And then if Crystal enrolls her neighbor and they make $1,000 a week, I get 5%. So here we really partner up. We are partnership marketing because we want you to do well in this business. And we want you to do well on the drops because successful droppers become very successful brand partners. Another way that differentiates us from the other programs and other companies out there, you've probably heard of the pink Cadillac, the green Jeeps. Well, you know what? Qualifying for a fancy dancy lease on a fancy dancy car is one thing. But what happens if you go on holidays or things slow down over Christmas? Who's stuck paying that lease? You are. So PartnerCo really wants their brand partners to get out of debt and start savings. So they have another way we get paid, which is my favorite, because I qualified for my savings bonus last June. And what that means is each and every week when your pay lines are over 250 USD, it correlates to about 1,677 point value each week. PartnerCo bonuses you 15% into a savings account. Once it reaches 10,000 US, they give you a giant check, but it doesn't stop there. They keep paying you up to $500 in savings bonus every single week. I call that a mortgage payoff program. If you were to max that out every single week, that's $24,000 USD in savings. Remember, you're getting paid the base commissions, you're getting paid the matching pay, you're getting the retail profits, and 6 other ways on top of that. So you can see how quickly you can replace your income if that's what you choose to. Now, another part that I love is the lifestyle credits. In the other companies, I would watch the elite of the elite go on these fancy trips, and I'd never qualify. But last year, I qualified to go to Punta Cana, and they reward you for absolutely everything you do in your business with these lifestyle credits. So if you attend a corporate event, they give you lifestyle credits. If you bring in a new customer, lifestyle credits. You enroll a new brand partner, even more. You grow that pay line, more lifestyle credits. You advance your title, or you make it in the power ranking, you get more lifestyle credits. So very quickly, I qualified to go to Punta Cana with everybody. And you can see there was only a few Canadians there, but I know that this year there are lots of us Canadians, including Carmen. Carmen, are you excited to go to Maui? You said earlier you already got you redeemed your lifestyle credits. Like, what does that mean to you coming from other companies? Like, how quickly you qualified to go on an all expenses paid trip?
Well, it was pretty interesting because I have won lots of trips in my life in other companies, but I knew I worked for it hard. It was funny because I didn't even know I qualified for Maui. I didn't even know how you did that, but then I went in my little reward area part in my back office and seen that I could almost take two of me, so I was pretty excited.
I am so excited, Carmen.
I've
And I
always wanted to go to Maui, so I'm excited, and I can't wait
and
for
that
Morocco next year.
Right? And I know that there's quite a few members on your team too that qualified. So this is going to be so much fun. 4 days or 4 nights, 5 days, all expenses paid in Maui. And we get to hang out with the owners, their families, their kids, and that's what true partnership. And then Morocco, I know that's on my radar. Is it on your radar too, Carmen?
Yes,
Yes.
it
So
sure is.
every other year they have an epic adventure where they take, you know, the top leaders, the people who have the most lifestyle credits. We got to work really hard for this. And they do an epic excursion and they roll out the red carpet. And I know that they're going to be going over those sand dunes in the buggies. They're going to be having so much fun. So that is one of my goals, one of Carmen's goals, and it could be one of your goals too. So I did say that we get lifestyle credits for attending events. There's an event starting like in 2 days down in Destin, Florida, where everyone's going to come together. There's going to be recognition, there's parties, there's trainings, there's boot camps. It's going to be so phenomenal. And then in Canada, we have an event in the beginning of April, the first weekend in April in North Vancouver. So you would get lifestyle credits for attending that, investing in your business, and partnering with all of us across the nation. You can see we were all in Dallas at the PXP, which is our Partner Co experience last September. And you can see Carmen with Amy, that's John's wife. You know, like we just really partner up with each other and get to know each other and spend time, which really makes our businesses so much fun to work. So, how do you get started? Well, right now, with a purchase of product, it is free until February 13th. And I mean, usually it's less than $40 to get going, and that is a legitimate business with legitimate write-offs. You hear everybody needs a home-based business nowadays and multiple streams of income. So for free right now, you get the replicated website, a back office, our share app. You get swag and event materials, our award-winning marketing tools, virtual trainings, expert onboarding, and customer conversion tools. You get absolutely everything you need to start your business. And there's no monthly reoccurring fee on our Partner Co app. Isn't that nice? So that ends on February 13th in both Canada and the US. Now, timing is key. Imagine if you got in Amway right at the beginning. Where do you think you would be today? This is the exact same thing. We are in the startup, especially here in Canada. We only have had the drops for not even 1 year on the ground. So we are in the startup. We're laying the foundations and we're just about ready to see the growth over the next 5 years. I don't know about you, but in the next 10 years, I think I'll be in maybe Portugal. You know, when we hit the hyper growth stage of this company, you see, when we start scaling and duplicating, the sky is the limit. So the timing is now to jump in for free, get income activated with minimum of a 4-pack. If you want to get in at top pay and get locked in for life, grab that 30-pack. Link arms with us. We'll show you how to fire up your social media posting. And away you go. It's as easy as that. Enrolling only takes about 5 minutes. and then we help onboard you and we really link arms and ensure that your goals are big enough. That's one thing that I learned here with Partner Co is that we need to dream bigger because these goals are so attainable. So partner with us this evening. Carmen, was there anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to just kind of say, well, first of all, there's a lot of information here, but I want to just kind of round it up into a little package. And so for me, being in this industry for a long time, there's lots of things you want to look for in a business. And first of all, we've got the number one products. We've got the best quality products I've ever seen in 30 years. And I've been in this industry for 30 years. And so we want to look for quality products that will never, we've got the Bill of Rights. So they will never, be adding fillers and doing anything different with our quality of our products. That was one thing that was very, very important to me. And the second thing is you saw a picture of me with Tim Sales. Last January, when I first got involved with this company, I flew to Utah to meet the owners and meet Tim Sales was there. And he did a breakdown of compensation plan of several other companies in the industry. And by far, ours was rated number one, proven, sustainable compensation plan. Well, that's really important. So the other thing I want to just touch on is our owners. Like meeting them, like the 5-Day Miracle, this company is truly set apart in this industry. I've been in a few other companies and I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen people have this type of success in such short periods of time. It's amazing. And the products speak for themselves. The testimonials roll in every day. And so we're truly blessed to be here. The only thing missing is you.
100%. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to either watch the replay or join Crystal at one of her fabulous drop talks. So partner with us today. Crystal can answer any questions. And if she doesn't know, we're partnered with her so she can ask us. Thank you so much.